Hey guys, girls, love y'all girls. I'm chewing on some good stuff tonight. Hey Kirkpatrick, thanks for stopping by. Welcome. I'm in the man cave tonight. I'm chewing on this right here. Let me show you. Yep, there it is. Cross Timbers Bison, original bison jerky. My good friend Dusty Baker. When I went out there in Oklahoma, he invited me over and gave me a tour of the Ponderosa Ranch. It's still so dang good, I can't shut. I got to swallow it here in a minute. Let me go ahead and take a drink. Apple juice here and get this on down. I apologize, it's good stuff. Yeah, y'all need to order some of that. This is not a paid commercial or anything. That's just good stuff. Reminds me of my own personal, jerky I do. I do a bunch around Christmas. Everybody loves it. Let me give me a swallow. I got to get that stuff down. Yeah. Anyway, tonight's story, I want to tell you about a man I never knew. A man I never knew. But I can tell you, he was a man I wish I'd have known before he passed. I got a buddy of mine, Tyler Skinner, works for us. I'm a salesperson. And a few years back, his daddy passed. And me and the other buddy there, Brandon Schubert, one day said, Tyler, daddy passed. And I said, yeah, I know he's off work. His daddy passed away. He said, well, excuse me, we ought to go by and pay our respects. They having the thing they do, I call it a meeting, but, they have meet and greet, whatever, with the family and all that. I said, yeah, we ought to go by there and do that, Brandon. He said, well, it's from 12 to 6 today. I said, doggone, kind of long. 12 to 6. I said, well, we can both probably get out of here about 4. So we met up. We got out of there about 4. Now, Tyler, you got to understand, we got a nickname for him around work. And we call him, that's what I was thinking. That's what we call Tyler. That's what I was thinking. Because Tyler will call you about a job. I'm in operations and Schubert is in sales. But he'll call us and so I got this job, looking at, and I think I need to do this, or that. And what do you think? And I said, well, yeah, I would do this and that, but I wouldn't do this other. I would do it like this. He said, that's what I was thinking. So we call him That's What I Was Thinking. And we love him to death. He's a good salesman. Good fella. But anyway, getting back to the story about his daddy. His daddy was a block layer. And he got out of school, as far as I know. I don't know if he graduated or not in high school, but he started laying block, and he got his own business, made his own business. And his name was Tommy Skinner. And he's a simple man, did good work, and treated people fairly. From what I understand, he never met a person that he didn't like or communicate with, which goes a long way nowadays. From what I understand, Tommy was was a Christian, and he raised a family of 4 kids on a block layer's wages. He had good weeks, he had bad weeks. During the bad weeks, they ate hamburger helper. During the good weeks, they may have a steak or some ribs cooked on the grill. Tommy had an Alvarez guitar, not a Martin, not a Gibson, an Alvarez guitar, a cheap guitar. But I'll tell you what, I picked up a lot of Alvarez's in my time, and I've never known one to not really sound good if you know what you're doing. But anyway, he had an Alvarez guitar, and he had a couple others too, but Alvarez guitar was his favorite. And what Tyler told me, it's a lot of love in the family, and Daddy get a 6-pack on Friday, Saturday night. They sit around, he'd pick and grin, and everybody had a good time. Tight-knit family, 4 kids and a wife. They always made sure they had something to eat. They always made sure they had clothes on their back. Laying block, concrete block. And he come from a county, Jones County, which is right next to my county, Baldwin County. Jones County back in the 70s probably had 4,000 people in it. It ended up being a bedroom. Had a light go out. Ended up being a little bedroom community in Macon, Georgia. Pretty good sized town. And it went from 4,000 people to 30,000 people in no time. But old Tommy, he kept laying block, kept taking jobs, doing what you need to do, make a living, scratching out a life for his family. Never wavered. Christian man, go to church when he could. If he had too many beers on Saturday night, you may miss it. But he wasn't an alcoholic. He just deserved a little rest. And I don't know if y'all have ever toted block and laid block, but it ain't easy to do. Anyhow, so he's a good man. I'm gonna say I never knew him. I never knew a thing about him. But I can tell you one thing. That man was loved by lots of people. Because Brandon said, Hubert, he said, well, let's go on out there. So we went to the 4 o'clock that afternoon. We drove 30 minutes over there to the church out in the country to go, pay our respects until give our condolences to Tyler there. His daddy didn't pass. I'm going to tell you what. We was a mile from that place and there was cars lined up on both sides of the road. Both sides of the road, there's cars lined up. And we rode. He said, they must be having a funeral. I said, no, this is the, visitation. We finally get up there to where the church is at, and old country church, pretty good size for an old country church though. And the parking lot was full, and the farmer next door had 2 little kids out there in little orange hunting jackets doing some more parking. And this stuff been going on since noon now. And here it was, 4:30 in the afternoon. We seen somebody pull out the main driveway, so we pulled on up in there. We were going to park on the highway. We pulled up in there, and one little teenagers motioned at us, we went over and we got a parking place. I'm going to tell you what, there was a line coming out of that church, 4 people deep, 100 yards long. Yeah, it was. 4 people deep, 100 yards long. And I'm like, my God, I've never seen nothing like this. I mean, I've been to state funerals of Governor Zell Miller and other politicians and well-known people. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life. So me and Brandon, we got, in the line, and there were still more people coming. 4 person wide, going in them double doors of that church. And you had to walk through the thing and then go down a little sloping area and then into the sanctuary and then another, 50 so feet down there to the pulpit. We was in that line 3 hours. 3 hours. What don't you think about that? We're standing in line, slowly moving for 3 hours to pay our respects to Tyler for his dad passing. Something kind of funny when we finally got down there. No, what was 7:30, something like that. And it's this time of year. That's what brought it up, because today is the anniversary of his death. Because I remember this man as long as I live. I never knew him, but somebody to that big a crowd, just, you're talking a county of 30,000 people, and half the county is there, it seems like. Got down there, and Tyler said, "Boy, I sure got to take a leak." I said, "Well, go ahead, go take a leak, man. Sit here and hold the line up." Anyway, he did, and he came back, and there was that Alvarez guitar sitting over where his daddy played, and I asked him about it. He said, "Yeah, Daddy, he loved to play some Hank, some Earl, some Leonard Skinner, and Allman Brothers. Yeah, he'd sing us all the songs, on the weekends, and we all sit around." And he said, Tyler said, "That's how I got in the drums, because Daddy'd play, and I'd tip-tap, pop on this or that in the house, and had a little musical deal going on Friday and Saturday nights." But I want you to think about this now. And there was all kind of people there. Every denomination you want to think of. Hispanics, whites, blacks, Koreans. Everybody was there, standing in that line. This man was so loved that when he died, he had that kind of following. It still blows my mind today. I know. What Tyler told me, he said, "My daddy always did the right thing. He always, was on the job. If he told somebody I'd be there on Tuesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, give you a quote, be back the next morning at 8 o'clock to get started, that's what he done. And whether his help showed up or not, it didn't matter. He did what he said he was going to do. Fair price. And everybody would, Tyler said, when I was a kid, we go to the gas station. He said, when I was 11, 12 years old, Daddy let me let me get out and fill the gas, fill the truck up. Let me run the pump." And he said, "I'd be running the pump, and Daddy get out, everybody, 'Hey, Mr. Skinner. Hey, Mr. Skinner.' Yeah, Mr. Skinner say, 'Hey, Louise, how's them kids doing?' Yeah, hey, Miss Smith. Yeah, you finally get your cow milking good." And, he knew everybody and had a smile on his face. Nothing would get him down. That's what Tyler said. Nothing get him down. Nothing get him down. He got hit with a big IRS bill one time. And he said, "Well, I guess time to pay up." And then got him down. Always treated everybody, like the golden rule. And I don't know of a man. I've been to a lot of funerals, and I go to more nowadays than I used to. But I don't know of a man that had that much following. He could have been elected congressman in this place. He good. Had to be one. I wish I'd met him. He had to be one unique individual. Never forgot anybody's name. Always had a smile on his face. He even knew people's dogs when he worked on a property or something. Yeah, we got to tie Bo up. He wants to bite you. Or, yeah, how's Bo doing when he met the person, a little while later? That's something, it's amazing. There were over 5,000 people at the viewing. 5,000. That almost gets up there with old Queen Elizabeth, don't it? Yeah, the funeral company had to go get more books. Them books don't hold about 300 people. And you go in and you sign. They had to go get more books, and finally, they just went and got a big old notebook. I know when we got there, we just signed a notebook. I didn't realize over 5,000 people showed up. That's somebody that, man, I wish I knew that guy. I wish I could have sat down with him a minute or two. I wish I could have. Wish I could have picked with him a little bit, That's a true American, man. You tell me. Have you ever been to a visitation at a funeral and 5,000 people showed up? It took us 3 hours in that line. I'm about to starve to death too, because I'm eating some gun. I know I'm a little scrawny guy, but anyway, yeah, it took us 3 hours to go through that line to pay our respects to Tyler, for his daddy Tommy Skinner. If there ever was a great American, it was Tommy Skinner. Love in his heart, God in his eyes. Treated everybody equal. Black, green, brown, it didn't matter. Everybody was equal. Well, that's my story for the night. Hope y'all enjoy it. And God bless y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Ed Kirkpatrick in the man cave tonight. I feel froggy. I'm a little picking. And by the way, now, this stuff is awesome. Dusty, if you get a bunch of orders, send me a check. I'm just kidding, buddy. Y'all have a good one. Adios. Love you.